Hi guys, this is Tina. Welcome back to my channel. So I am here for another tutorial of another book page pocket. Obviously I did these ones that were inspired by my son's original kind of pocket, which I just absolutely love. However, when I was then playing around to copy what he had done, I then came up with my own little pocket. So I am here to share these with you. Now again, please do not think I am trying to take credit for these. They may well have been done by somebody else. I have not seen them, but that doesn't mean that they haven't been done. It just means that I haven't noticed them, I haven't stumbled across them, or, you know, perhaps I did, but it was a really long time ago and I have forgotten. But yeah, if somebody else has done them, please, I'm not trying to say that they're my idea. They were just something that I stumbled across, but possibly others have done before me. So, right, that's all out the way now. So I'm going to pop these out of the way and show you basically what we've got here. So we've obviously got a pocket here and we've got a pocket here. And obviously if you glued them on the page, you could kind of have a little side pocket or something as well. They are similar to my son's in that, oops, excuse me, just knocking everything down off of my little pot where it was balanced. In that they are, you know, almost a full size book page. So a really nice massive pocket, which I absolutely love, you know, and just think that's really fun. And again, just like what I said with his pockets, you know, you could also cover this up with some blank page on the back and have this as like a floating piece. Or of course you could glue this onto a page and it's then, you know, your whole page layout basically kind of done for you. So how we make them, let me pop these to one side. And also, sorry, just a quick note, as you can see, I mean, I have stitched these four. I haven't stitched this one, I've just glued this, but I just wanted to kind of show you that, you know, they look perfectly pretty, perfectly fine without being stitched. They don't necessarily need to be stitched. So if you haven't got a sewing machine or anything, please don't feel, you know, you have to be able to do these. You really don't. So I'm just going to pop them to one side. So again, what I've got here is basically some, you know, a clump of book pages. Now these are all still together at the moment. So what I'm going to do is take my first one and basically fold it back like that. So it's very much going along as per, you know, the book page that my son made. So the first one like that. You don't have to have your book pages attached. Mine just happened to be attached. I'm going to take my second one and I'm just going to tear it down slightly. And then I'm going to just fold that one over that way. And then what I'm going to do is fold it the other way. So just literally I was making my fold the first time round. And now I'm just going to tuck it in like that. And then all I'm going to do is just glue this down like that, because I want this one, when the book page pocket is like that, it's not got the flap, if that makes sense. And then what I'm going to do, I have just taken some of my background pages here and I'm just going to pop them down. Now I'm going to probably pop them a little bit higher so that I've got some of the pretty rosebuds. So I'm just going to, you know, roughly mark where I want them to be. So I'm just going to pop those down on the book page like that. I'm just going to check that I'm filming and that I'm in frame. Okay, looking good so far. So I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to pop it on to the book page. And then I'm just going to use my little spreader, otherwise known in this case as an IKEA family card. Okay, just glue that down. And then all I'm going to do is now tear these sheets apart from the rest. As I say, they don't have to be attached. It just happened that mine still were, so I thought I would just work with them like that. But please don't think that they have to be attached. I'm just now chopping my book page down against the background paper. Excuse the back, won't you? As you can see, obviously I had been using old paper there. So as you can see, my pages have now you know, become unattached, so you can see that, you know, you really don't need to have them attached. So that's my first one there. That's my next one. Now what you want to do is basically take your next piece. So again, I'm going to cut this down here so as I get those roses in the page. And I'm just going to trim that down there like that. I mean, that's literally just so that I get the shape roughly to be able to tuck this up here like that. Okay, and these are just from my blue velvet background pages. That's all I'm using here. So all I'm going to do is just glue down those background pages like that. Okay, and then I'm just going to glue this bit here, and then I'm just going to glue down my book page flap like that. Okie dokie. Now I'm just going to trim this down here at the side. I mean, I see lots of people who would have trimmed this down to size first, and that's fine. You know, if that works best for you, please do it that way. Personally, if I try and trim things down to size and then glue them, invariably I'm going to then glue them, if that makes sense. They will not end up where they're supposed to end up. So for me, I just find it easier to what's the word, attach it and then cut it. That's just, you know, that's just personal preference. So do what you find easiest and best that works for you. Okay, now I'm just going to pop this one down here like that, and we're going to trim this down, don't forget. So I've just run the glue up to roughly the bottom line of the book page, because that's approximately where I think I'm going to be cutting. And obviously, you know, if this isn't quite in the right place, I can always glue it down after I've trimmed it, if that's all making sense. So that's my top piece. Okay, I must say I love these pockets, really, really love them. So yes, we'll do a mass make on these, and we will do a mass make on the other ones as well. So trim it down to where you want your piece to be. Trim it along the side. And then if you need to trim obviously the other side, then, you know, trim that as well. You may find that yours is okay. I'm just going to trim it slightly. And again, I mean, obviously mine is very soggy because the glue is very wet, but you know, it worked out okay actually. So just going to check that my glue is to the edges. No, it wasn't. So I'm just going to glue there now, like that. Okay. Okie dokie, and that's literally all there is to that. I mean, you know, I said it before, but seriously, I don't do anything unless it's really dead easy. So that's all there is to that pocket. And then you can obviously decorate that up and make it look, you know, gorgeous and yummy. So I'm just going to have a look and see if I've got some more background page that would be suitable for this. Hold on 2 seconds, guys. Okay, so I've got some more book page, background page. So we can just quickly make a second one, just so that we run over it, you know, another time. And then we will decorate one up. So there's that one. I will leave that to just one side whilst it dries a bit. So again, I'm just bringing back my book page. Again, they're still attached together. Yours do not have to be attached together. So, but you're going to basically use 3 book pages for this pocket. You're going to fold your first one back like that. And obviously you could do these the other way around, you know, if you wanted to as well. So that's the first one. The second one, I'm just going to tear it down slightly. And then I'm going to fold that over going the other way. So you've basically got like a V. Like that. And then I'm going to open it up and fold it in the other way. Like that. I'm going to glue that down, you know, right now. And then that bit's done and dusted. So we just glue that down. Okay, now I've got my background page here. So again, this is just some of my collage sheet. And I'm just going to trim it here. Let me just check what I've got poking out. Okay, or would I prefer it this way out? I might prefer it that way around actually, so I'm just going to do it like that instead. So just glue that down. Again, excuse the back of that page. Again, this is my high tea kit, and again, these were obviously, you know, where I've been obviously trying to get it just right. So that's the high tea. This is the I can't remember the name now, but the collage pages anyway, that coordinate really nicely with the high tea kit. So there we go. Now I'm going to tear my 3 pages away from the book, you know, the rest of the book pages, like that. Okie dokie. And then I'm just going to trim this section off, like that. Okay, now I'm going to go back to here. Oops, actually I'm going to go back to the front piece now and do my decorative piece here on the front, I think. So I'm just going to fold that down here. And I'm just going to cut it across here. Like that. So we'll just cut this piece off. I mean, again, for me, this is just how I like to do my markers, you know. I find it very quick and easy to just sort of fold it and then cut where the fold was. Okay, so I'm going to just glue that down there. Like that. And then we'll just glue this side. Like that. And then we'll just glue this flap that's going to go in there. Like that. And again, I'm just going to trim this down slightly, but of course you don't have to trim it down at this point. You could just trim it down once your whole pocket's glued together. But I'm just trying to make it a bit clearer to see what I'm doing, I suppose. So in those bits, you've got your little V there. We're just going to glue that all down. So I'll just glue this in, and again I'm just kind of going to approximately, you know, the bottom of the words of the book, and then just go down the side like that. Excuse my head if my head's now poking into the screen. And then we're just going to do exactly the same with this one. across again where approximately the text ends. And again, you know, you may need to adjust yours because they're going to be different sizes. You know, your book pages are going to be different sizes and things. I wouldn't say these are the biggest book pages. I mean, they're probably quite average, but they just seem slightly smaller than some. No, they're probably average, to be honest. But yeah, so just play around, but I think they're a nice pocket. So I'm just going to trim it up now and trim up down the side. Like that. And then I'm just going to trim along this side. Okie dokie. Right. I'm just going to trim here. Sorry, I don't think it's quite very straight. There we go. And that's our other page. So again, just to sort of demonstrate, these ones I have obviously stitched on the sewing machine. So all you would do is literally stitch right around the entire edge, and that's it. You don't need to stitch across your flaps or anything like that. You can, but I mean, obviously you'd need to do that before you glued them down. So we'll just decorate one of these now, just to kind of show you what else could be done. So let me just, I've just got some of my labels here to the side, and I think we'll just use one on here. So we'll just do that. I'm just going to move that one to the side now. So I'll just ink this whole pocket up. Oops. There we go. Like that. As I say, we will do one, you know, a mass making week doing some of these. So if it's not that clear, we will do some in the mass making. So there we go. Okie dokie. So I'm going to pop that down on there. I'm just having a look to see what else I've got. I've got some butterflies here. So actually I've got a few things down here. Let me just see whether I've got anything else that might just be ideal. I have got blue ticket, might be quite nice actually. Could even have that over there. So let me just ink up this ticket. Ooh. What's that saying? More haste, less speed. So there we go. I'm just going to punch a hole in that ticket. I hope I don't forget. Might like a butterfly on here. Let me just, oh, come on. Just having a look to see what else I might have that might look quite good. I mean, obviously this is an entire, you know, coordinates with an entire kit, but I haven't fussy cut some of the pieces out of the kit yet. So I'm just trying to speed things up by using things that I happen to have here ready cut out. So just have a look and see whether any of these little bits might go really nicely. Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, I love that. Right. Okay. I'll pop those bits down. Right. I love how this looks. So this is just one of my rose cameos. I'm just going to pop this on. Yeah, I love how that looks. Really love that. To be honest, it probably doesn't even need that ticket, but I'll keep the ticket on there, I think, anyway. I'm just going to punch a hole into the ticket. I think I used the small hole normally. Okay. I think I missed the hole. Oh well, never mind. There we go. So if we pop that like that, and then got some lace here. Actually, I've got this lace with some blue on it. which might just be really nice. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Do we want some doily on there? Kind of addicted to the doily at the moment. Don't know why, but for some reason I can't seem to do anything without using doily. I think it's just one of those things, a bit like butterflies, a bit like butterflies in that wherever you put doily, it looks awesome. You know, always love the look of the doily. So I think that's what's going on at the moment, is I'm just really loving it. Everywhere I place it, I think, oh, that looks lovely. So it's a shame I haven't got more of that lace. The annoying thing is I have got more of that lace. I know I've got more of that lace, but I haven't the foggiest idea where it actually is, and I don't want to just waste even more of your time hunting around all day for it. So I'll just have a quick rummage in my little bag that sits beside me, which has scraps and odds and ends of lace, to see whether I just happen to have any in there. No, I haven't. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? Oh well. Oh well. Let's just go for it without that. But I have actually got some royal blue lace, so I might just have to try that. That's quite striking, isn't it? It's weird because it's striking and it obviously goes really well with these flowers, but there's something it doesn't quite look so good with. Not quite sure what. Right, let's just go for this. Right. Let's glue the doily piece down. See, sometimes I just think, oh, I'll come on and do a very quick tutorial. And then I just can't seem to actually just keep it as a very quick anything, to be honest. It's very hard to do very quick things when it comes to crafting. There we go. Okay. So that's that. Perhaps I should just play it safe and just go with some ivory lace. Oh yeah, perhaps I should just do that. So let's just trim this down. And again, I'm just going to trim that header off. Like that. I'm just going to just check that I don't want any blue on there. Because I did like the blue. I don't know what it is that the blue's not really kind of looking quite right with. Let's just try this one, which is not quite so bright. Maybe that looks a bit better. Right, let's commit to some stuff, shall we? So I'm going to pop the, perhaps the label doesn't look right on there, you know. Oh, don't know now. Do you know what? Just go for your initial thoughts, because I'm going to be here all day otherwise, I'm afraid. Sorry. Right. Let's place this down. So we put the label down here. We're going to go for that lace there, and we're going to have the rose cameo. We could have the rose cameo, I guess, in the middle. Is that strange? It's a bit strange, isn't it? Do we want the lace going over there? No. Right. Okay, stop mucking about. Let's pop the lace down. Okie dokie. And pop that down like that. Just dab that bit of glue, and then I'm going to just pop the cameo piece down. Okay. Oh, that looks pretty now. Yeah. Right. So finally finally made a decision and went with that. Now, do we want this on here as well? It does add a bit of interest, doesn't it? Otherwise it's quite colourless. Well, it's not colourless. Anyone watching will think, what's she talking about? Colourless? It's got all those different colours. Come on, glue. Okay. So we'll just pop this down here. There we go. Okay, right, that looks really pretty. And then I'm just having a look to see if I've got any bling. Yeah. Let's just cut down a bit of that. Just trim down those edge bits. Okay, that looks pretty, doesn't it? So we just pop this on here. Come on, glue. Okay, right, got there eventually. Sorry about all that dilly-dallying in the end, but sometimes that's just how it is, isn't it? So that's your little slanty pocket page. So I hope that you like them. As I say, we will do some in the mass making, and hopefully they will be, you know, kind of a little bit clearer on there. But I just think they're really good fun, and just something a bit different and a bit nice to pop onto your journals or into your journals. So hope that you like them, and I will see you all again soon. Thanks very much. Bye.